Hi everyone, my name is Steph, this is Kid the Joy, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my review of Wylah 4 Champions by Jordan Gould and Richard Pritchard. This is the fourth book in the Wylah the Koorie Warrior series, and it's a really fun series, although we've taken a bit of a jump in size in this book, which was a little bit intimidating when I saw it. Even though it's a middle fiction book, I always get a little bit nervous when a kid's fantasy book starts to get quite long, and I'll say that that's only because I know that sometimes reluctant readers who might have started with a series that's a little bit shorter can be intimidated, but I'm very happy to report that this book is just as delightful and well-paced as all of the previous books in the series. The reason this one is longer because there's a little bit more of a story to tell, and some of our characters are separated throughout the book so that we are telling multiple stories at the one time until everyone comes back together. If you're unfamiliar with the Wylah the Koorie Warrior series, we are following Wylah. She's a young Indigenous girl and her people are threatened by invaders. So we have a colonization story happening, and she is charged with protecting her people and finding everyone who has been taken or misplaced. To do this, she's had to collect allies and guardians who are representations and manifestations of Indigenous legends who are able to help her in her quest and who help her to fight off the invading force. Throughout the course of the first three books, she's identified some very specific individuals who are the enemy and who are in particular the people that she needs to face in order to make headway and to find out where her people have been taken. And in book 4, she finds herself facing Annabel, who is running a series of games where she pits members of Indigenous communities against these monsters that she has created from combining multiple animal species. This one is really fun because different cultures have been incorporated into the book, and in fact there is a note at the front of the book because we have Maori culture, we have Indian culture represented, as well as Samoan and Celtic European culture, and we have new allies and characters who represent those, and it was amazing. Like, it was a really great inclusion into the story. So the blurb on the back says, when her koala friends are stolen by the dragon army and whisked away to Annabel's island, Wylah knows that she must follow. But the rescue mission doesn't go as planned, and soon Wylah and her crew find themselves taking part in a series of epic challenges. The stakes are high, but the rewards just might be worth the risk. Who can Wylah trust in this strange place, and can she find a way to win? Wylah is forced to find allies. All of her allies have their own reasons and purposes for being here and for trying to defeat Annabel and, by extension, part of the dragon army, in order to protect their own people. And so when they come together and when they build trust and understanding of each other and they recognize the similarities and the differences in their cultures, it becomes a really wonderful group of characters, which is important because towards the end of the book, as the games become more complex, they're actually forced to face one another and they have to question who is going to be the best person to move forward and have success against their common enemy. It continues to be a really fast-paced series. There are incredible illustrations throughout the book that really help to set the scene. As someone who struggles with visualizing just in general, for me, I love that. Like, there's some really great scenes that are depicted, and I think this is a truly wonderful fantasy adventure series that is coming out that has First Nations culture deeply embedded within it. I love all the characters, I am invested, and I cannot wait to see where this story goes. So thank you again to the publisher for the review copy. Allen and Unwin sent it to me. It is being published by Albert Street Books, and I think it is well worth your time if you are looking for excellent First Nations middle fiction. It's really wonderful. I'll leave more information about the book and its creators down below, so feel free to check that out. In the comments, I'd love to know, have you read any of the books in the Wylah the Koorie Warrior series? Feel free to let me know, or feel free to recommend your favorite First Nations middle fiction books. I would love to have more recommendations in that space. I hope that wherever you're in the world, you're staying safe and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye everyone.